Good evening and welcome back to Greenville Christian Academy Senior Night here at GCA, as we just had the festivities for the three seniors. You had Ethan Parker, Alex Wood, and Jonathan Hagenbush, all honored tonight as the seniors for tonight's last official regular season home game. As we get set to get things started here, leading things off for your GCA Knights, number 3, Ethan Parker will toe the rubber. We'll have Braden Friend behind the plate. Connor Dial will take first base. Jonathan Williams will take second. Eli Suggs at short. Alex Wood at third. Moving left to right, Mason Brown in left. Daniel Edwards in center. And rounding things off in right field will be number 4, Jackson Heath. Getting ready to get things going here. The GCA Middle School Knights just finished their regular season as they won against the Wilson Dash. 5-2 was the final score in 4.5 innings. And 2 of those players switched uniforms, being Eli Suggs and Mason Brown, and are here playing varsity baseball. Getting things started tonight as GCA takes on Southside. Number 3 will step into the box for Southside to get things started as we are about to go underway here. Number 3 steps in from the right side. Ethan Parker toeing the rubber. First pitch of the senior night. In there for a strike on the inner half. 0-1's the count. And the 0-1 offer. Swings through it. Chases one at the upper part of the zone. 0-2's the count. 2 pitches, 2 strikes thus far. And he'll chase that one for out number 1. 1 away here in the top of the first. As Parker throws 3 pitches for 3 strikes and 1 out. That's going to bring up number 35. He'll step in from the right side, or left side, excuse me. Parker comes set, pitch home. That'll miss the outside corner for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer from Parker. Ropes that one right back up to just past the outstretched glove of Williams. And Daniel will pick it up, and he'll have a single, 1-out single here. That'll put a runner at first with 1 away. That's going to bring up number 9 for Southside as he'll step in from the right side this time. Connor holding the runner at first. Ethan looks in, gets a sign, and comes set. Small lead at first, pitch home. Ooh, that'll catch the umpire. Foul straight back for a strike. He seems to be okay. 0-1's the count. As Braden swings around to check on him. Number 9, Landon, steps back in. 0-1's the count to him here. Steps off, throw over to first. That'll get past Connor. That'll send the runner to second. Connor comes up. He's going to throw. Going to be close. And that'll catch him in the back. And on the errant throw, that puts a runner in scoring position for Southside, represented by Ethan, as Ethan stands at second base now. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away, 1 runner in scoring position for Southside, who reaches on the error. Landon sets back in. Pitch home. That'll miss low. Good stop by Friend behind the plate. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon will step back in. Runner gets his lead. Williams holding him on at second. He'll bounce off. The 1-1 offer just misses the lower part of the zone. That'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Parker looks into Friends, got his sign. The 2-1. Just missing the lower part of the zone there. Hitters count here, 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one offer. That'll miss in the dirt. Kick away. Runner does not advance. That'll put a runner at first and second with 1 away. That's going to bring up number 2, Zeke. He'll step in from the right side. That puts Ethan at second, Landon at first. 1 out thus far. Runners get their leads. Nobody holding them on. Pitch home. That'll miss the inside. 1-0's the count. Ethan looking to find his zone here. The 1-0 offer. That'll catch the inside, miss the inside corner evidently. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes, 2 runners on, 1 away. And that one will sail high, kick away. Runners don't advance. So hitters count here, 3 balls, no strikes. Looking for that ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. The 3-0. Hitting there for a strike on the inner half. 3-1's the count. And the 3-1 offer. And he says that'll miss high and inside, and that'll load the bases. So after a leadoff out and an errant throw for a pickoff, we have bases juiced here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Ethan to the plate for Southside. So he steps in from the left side. Middle infield plays in. First pitch catches the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. Coach brings the entire infield into the grass. The 0-1 offer. That'll sail high. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Just misses, kicks away. No advancement from the runners. The 2 balls, 1 strike here. No score as of yet here in Greenville. Varsity Knights soccer going on the field behind us. The 2-1 misses in the dirt. 3-1 count, hitters count here. And the 3-1. And that'll sail high and walk in a run. So Southside will take the early 1-0 lead here in the top of the first with 1 away and bases juiced. That's going to bring up number 21 for Southside. Nathaniel steps in from the right side. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. And misses the top part of the zone. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Ethan with the early strikeout in the beginning of the inning. Struggled to find his zone since. The 2-1. That'll catch the lower part of the zone. Even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swings through it for out number 2. So 2 away, bases juiced. That's going to bring up number 8, Cole. Cole will step in from the right side. Southside currently with a 1-0 lead, threatening with 3 on. Sells high, kicks to the back, right back to Braden. No advancement on the runners. 1-0's the count. Ethan makes the walk back to the pitcher's mound. 1 ball, no strikes. Cole looks down at third baseline, gets his sign from his coach, steps into the box. All runners get their leads. Middle infield plays back. Pitch home. That'll catch the inner half for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Sells high. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 from Ethan. That'll miss in the dirt. Great stop by Braden. He thought about throwing down to third. Moves the runner back. 3-1's the count. We got time. Braden's got some equipment issues he's going to fix here. Senior night again here for the GCA Knights. Believe as of right now they're slated to play Friday afternoon here to start playoff play here at home. So 3 balls, 1 strikes. Pitch home. That'll miss. Walk in another run. 2-0 your score here. In the top of the first with 2 away. That's going to bring up number 31 for the Warriors. Luke steps in for the Warriors. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by Braden. Keep it in front of him. 1-0's the count. Outfield plays in. That sells high for ball 2. 2-0's the count. The 2-0. That'll miss low and inside. 3-0's the count.
Let's go, Ethan. Let's go. You got it.
3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases juice, nowhere to put him. Looking for the ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. And won't get it for ball 4. That'll bring Southside up 3-0 the score. Here in the top of the first with 2 away. That's going to bring up number 15. And I think we're going to have time on the field here as they're going to have a coach go out and settle Ethan down a little bit. So if you missed the first game today in middle school, GCA Middle School Knights won over the Wilson Dash 5-2 in 4.5 innings. You can catch that here on the Two Dad Sports Network if you'd like to go back and watch the replay. Check out the game here with the GCA Varsity Knights versus Southside. As Coach Heath goes out to try to calm Ethan down a little bit. Umpire walks out to break up the meeting. And we go back to it. Southside's got 3 runners on. Ethan at third, Cole at second, Luke at first. This will be number 15, Aiden. He steps into the box from the right side. First pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. In there for strike 2. I don't know what Heath said to him, but it worked. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2 offer. So all 3 outs come from strikeouts. They put 3 on the board. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Varsity Knights Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Greenville. GCA gives up 3 in the top of the first, find themselves in the 3-0 hole against the visiting Southside Warriors. Leading things off this half inning will be number 2, Braden Friend, the catcher, to get things started. On deck is number 3, Ethan Parker, your starting pitcher. Number 35 is towing the rubber for the Warriors. I'll give you the defensive lineup here in just a moment. Braden looks down the third base line, gets his sign from Coach Craddy. He'll step in from the right side here to get things started. 35 Southpaw is pitching. Lefty-righty matchup. First ball misses high for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. That'll catch the upper part of the zone for strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ethan towing the rubber for the Warriors. Nathaniel behind the plate. Moving first to third. Ethan at first. Luke at second. Zeke at shortstop. Landon at third. Moving left to right in the outfield. Cole's in left field. Luke's in center. And Aiden is in right field. Braden steps back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on leadoff batter this half inning. That misses high. That'll bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Braden steps back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter this half inning. Trailing by 3 on senior night. That'll miss high. 3-1's the count. Hitter's count here for Braden. As he steps back in. Pitch home. Swings through that one. That'll bring the count full. Off speed from the southpaw. Caught Braden off just enough to mess up his timing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Braden steps back in, expecting the payoff pitch. That misses high and inside. That'll put him on for a leadoff base on balls. And bring up number 3, Ethan Parker, with number 11, Connor Dial, on deck. So Ethan will step in from the right side. Have another lefty-righty matchup here. Braden gets a good lead at first. Braden with speed at first. His first baseman's holding him on. Throw high, misses. Throw down to second, not in time. So Ethan in there for a stolen base. Or, Braden, gets a stolen base. 1-0 to count. And the Knights have one in scoring position. Ethan steps back in, Braden with his lead. Southpaw comes set. That's in there for a strike. That'll kick away. Braden's going to take off to third. No throw from the catcher. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Braden dancing 90 feet away off third. Ethan steps in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw over to third, not in time. That's a wild pitch. That'll get wild throw, and that'll plate a run. So that'll cut the lead to 2. 3-1 your score here in the bottom of the first. 1-1 the count. Ethan towing the rubber for the Warriors. Ethan Parker hitting for the Knights. Ethan matchup. That sells high for a ball. 2-1's the count. Ethan steps back in. Nobody on, nobody out. 3-1 your score. Center fielder plays the fence. That'll miss high. 3-1 hitters count here for Ethan Parker. See if Parker gets the green light here with the 3-1. That'll sell high, and he'll take a base on balls. That'll put another Knight on the base pass and bring up your first baseman, number 11, Connor Dial, as he steps in from the right side. That will put number 10, Daniel Edwards, your center fielder, on deck. Connor steps in from the right side. Ethan takes a look at Ethan at first. Gone to second, throw down, not in time. So Ethan will be credited with a stolen base, and that'll ball a miss for a ball. 1-0's the count. Luke holding Ethan on at second for the Warriors. He'll bounce off the 1-0 offer. That'll miss inside. 2-0's the count. Connor steps back in. Pitch home. Sells high. 3-0. So both starting pitchers having a little struggle here tonight in today's game in the first inning. Both of them named Ethan. The 3-0. That'll sell high as Ethan will steal third on the defensive indifference.
Infield. Do it again. Let's go, David. Dig it. You hit him all the way in, David.
As Connor draws the walk. That'll put runners on the corners and bring up the dangerous Daniel Edwards as he steps in from the left side. We'll see our first lefty-lefty matchup here. Connor's gone. That's popped up. Could be trouble. That's going to fall harmlessly for a foul ball. Daniel was thinking over the fence on that one. Lucky for Connor, he was standing at second when that ball landed. So we'll do it all again. Number 4, Jackson Heath, awaits on deck. Daniel steps in from the left side. Runners on the corners. And Connor will take off to second. He'll reach on the defensive indifference. So that one sails high. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tying run at second base. Go-ahead run represented by number 10, Daniel Edwards. 1-1 count. And he'll call that one low for a strike. 1-2's the count. The 1-2. That'll miss inside. There's going to be a play at the plate. And Ethan is safe. So tying run is at third base. 2-2's the count. And Connor Dial follows Ethan to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Pitch home. Misses low. That brings the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count, payoff pitch coming down the pipe. And foul tipped into the mitt. Daniel will go down on strikes. So with 1 away, that'll bring up number 4, Jackson Heath, starting right fielder. He'll step in from the left side as well. And that will put number 5, Jonathan Williams, on deck. 1 away here in the bottom of the first, 3-2 your score. The lefty-lefty matchup shows bunt, pulls it back. That misses for a ball. 1-0's the count. That'll sail high, kick pass. Connor's coming home. Play at the plate. Not in time. So we're all knotted up, 3-all here in the bottom of the first with 1 away. Two balls, no strikes, and that's going to bring the coach out for the Warriors to have a talk with his pitcher. Again, welcome in for senior night here at GCA in Greenville, North Carolina, as they welcome in the Southside Warriors. All knotted up, 3-all here in the bottom of the first. And after the meeting, we'll go back to it. So both innings have been plagued by some rough pitching. And both innings have had coaches' meetings. So we'll see how it pans off. Jackson will stand back in. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away, nobody on. 3-all your score. The pitch shows bunt. Did he go around? He says no. Yes, he did, says the field umpire. 2-1's the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, pitch home. Pops it up. That's going to be out of play. That'll foul it off. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson steps back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. And he'll go down swinging. So with 2 away and nobody on, that'll bring up number 5, Jonathan Williams. He'll step in from the right side. Lefty-righty matchup here. Jonathan, your starting second baseman for the Knights tonight. First pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. Pops it up over on the first base side. First baseman ranging over to make the play, and that'll drop harmlessly foul. That'll bring the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. We're all knotted up, 3-all here in the bottom of the first. Eli Suggs waits on deck. Pitcher comes set. Pitch home. That'll sail high. 1-2's the count. Ethan looks in for the Warriors to Nathaniel. The 1-2. And he'll swing through it for strike 3. They put 3 across. Both pitchers struggle in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the second, leading things off. Number 3, Luke steps in. He'll step in from the right side, so a righty-righty matchup here as Ethan Parker still towing the rubber. First pitch in from Ethan this half inning. Nice breaking ball. Drops in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. So we're all knotted up 3-all after a rough top and bottom of the half for both teams. The 0-1. And ropes it back up. That'll get past Eli into center field for a base hit. No play on that one. So leadoff batter on with nobody out. That'll bring up your pitcher, number 35. He'll step in from the left side. Runner with a good lead at first. He's gone. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Going to be close. Not in time. Good throw by Braden. Just about got him. That'll put a runner in scoring position for the Warriors. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 offer. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 0-2's the count. So Ethan and Ethan matchup here. Both of them the starting pitchers. Ethan asks for a sign again as he comes set for the 0-2. He'll step off, and that'll move the runner back to third. The 0-2. just missed low and away for a ball. Not a bad spot. See if he would chase. He laid off of it. 1-2's your count. The 1-2. The misses outside. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Sells high. And he's worked it to a full count. Ethan steps back into box. Ethan looks down from the mound. Payoff pitch. And that's going to miss inside for base on balls. So that'll put runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the second. That brings up number 9, Landon. He steps in from the right side. And toe tapper goes foul. 0-1's the count. Jonathan Williams holding the runner at second, represented by Luke for the Warriors. Ethan is at first. Pitch on. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. 0-2's the count. Knights looking for their first out this half inning. Landon steps back in. The 0-2 offer. He'll step off. And Luke is back safely into second. Pitch on. Goes down swinging. 1 away. So with 1 away, that's going to bring up Zeke, number 2 for the Warriors. He steps in. He's got Luke at second, Ethan at first. Still all knotted up, 3-all here in the top of the second. Ethan comes set and delivers. Sells high and outside for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. That'll drop in there for a strike. Even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pops it up into center field. We'll see who's going to make that play. And Eli makes the grab. Him and Jonathan about ran into each other. So with that, there's 2 away with 2 runners on. That's going to bring up number 19 for the Warriors. He's going to step in from the left side, so righty-lefty matchup here. Pitch on. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1's the count. So another Ethan to Ethan here. You have Ethan pitching for the Knights, Ethan at bat for the Warriors, and Ethan at first base for the Warriors. Luke stands on second for the Warriors. Drills that one to center field. That's going to send Daniel back. He's going to make the grab for out number 3. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. We're all knotted up 3-all. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dads Sports Network. right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second. Lead things off this half inning, number 14, Eli Suggs. Your starting shortstop will lead things off with number 1, Mason Brown, starting left fielder on deck. We're all knotted up, 3-all. Ethan comes set and delivers. First pitch, Eli chases it high for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. And that'll miss a little high. 1-1's the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike as Eli steps back in. Pitch home. Drills that one to the left field. And he'll make the grab. 4 out, number 1. Got a hold of it, just happened to be standing in the right spot at the right time, so 1 away. That'll bring up Mason Brown with Alex Wood on deck. Mason steps in from the left side, 1 away. Ethan comes set, lefty-lefty matchup here. He thought about showing bunt, pulls back. That's going to pull the infield in. One oh's the count. That'll miss outside. 2-0's the count. See how they play this here. Third baseman playing back. Brown steps back in. Pitch home. That'll miss low. 3-0's the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Mason known to have the green light here. Pitch home. And he'll take a 4-pitch base on balls. That'll put a runner at first and bring up one of the seniors. Number 7, Alex Wood, starting third baseman. Woody was on for an interview during the middle school game, if you were able to catch that earlier. Runner at first, 1 away. Sails high for a ball, 1-0's the count. Mason gets his lead. Ethan holding him on at first. Ethan towing the rubber, checks over to Ethan. Pitch home. He's going to call that letter high. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Fouls that back. 1-2 count. Top of the lineup, number 2, Braden Friend awaits on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Mason with a decent lead at first. Pick off attempt over to first. Not in time. That kicks away. Mason's going to take off to second. Up. About got in trouble there. A little miscommunication there. Field umpires laughing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We'll do this again. He's gone. Sails high. Throw down. He won't throw, so he'll reach on the defensive indifference. Two-two's the count. Swings through it for out number 2. That'll bring up your leadoff batter, number 2, starting catcher, Braden Friend. Braden steps in, Mason in scoring position, pitch home. Lays off that one for a ball at the top part of the zone, 1-0's the count. Sun shining in from right to left as it begins to set. 1-0's the count to Braden. And that'll miss inside. 2-0's the count. Knights looking to take the lead here, 2 outs. Luke moves way into the shortstop, almost playing a shift. Drills that into left field. Left fielder makes the grab for out number 3. They leave one stranded. We're knotted up 3-all. Let's go to the top of the third. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the third. Still knotted up, 3-all. Ethan Parker still towing the rubber for the GCA Knights here on senior night in Greenville, North Carolina at GCA. Throw down from Braden on the money to Eli Suggs. All defensive positions remain the same. And leading things off this half inning, number 21 for the Warriors. Steps in, Ethan comes sent, delivers. Swings through it for a strike, 0-1's the count. Nathaniel steps back in, and your starting catcher for the Warriors. The 0-1 sails high, that'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Ropes it to the third base side. That'll get between the 5-6 hole for a base hit. And once again, the Warriors have a leadoff runner on. That's going to bring up number 8. Cole as he steps in from the right side. Nathaniel with the lead at first. Ethan comes set. Throw over to first. Not in time. Cole steps back in. Nathaniel with his lead at first. Pitch home. Pops it short. That could drop. That will drop for a base hit. And back-to-back singles for the Warriors have 2 runners on, with number 31 coming to the plate. So that'll bring up number 31, Luke. He's 0 for 0. Reached on a walk his last at bat. First pitch. Sails high and inside for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. 2-0. Outfield plays a little shallow here for number 31. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1's the count. Two balls, 1 strike to Luke. Ethan comes set, delivers. In there for strike 2. Throw to third, not in time. Cole did not follow. So that puts runners on the corners. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luke. The 2-2 offer. Goes down swinging for out number 1. So with 1 away and runners on the corners, that's going to bring up number 15 for the Warriors. Aiden steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Aiden steps in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. Steps off, throws to third. Did he get him? Yes, he did. Picked off at third. Great play. So that'll be Ethan to Alex on the pickoff. Next pitch. Swings through, runner goes. Throw down to second, sails over. So that puts another Warrior in scoring position. 0-2 to count. Pitch home. They leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still knotted up 3-all. You're watching Knights Baseball here on the Two Dads Sports Network. All right, we go to the bottom of the third. Knotted up 3-all. Leading things off this half inning, your pitcher, number 3, Ethan Parker, with number 11, Connor Dial, your first baseman, on deck. Knights have had runners on, just can't seem to get them across since that first inning. As we get ready to get things started here. Ethan steps in from the right side, lefty-righty matchup here. That's in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. That sails high. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Misses low. 2-1 to count. Ethan on the rubber for the Warriors. Ethan at bat for the Knights. Ethan matchup here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on. Sails high. 3-1 hitters count here for Parker. Pitch home. Pops it up, got under it. And that'll sail out of play. And bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just did get under that one. Sun going down here in Greenville, getting a little chilly. Ethan steps back in. Ethan looks in for a sign. Ethan comes set. Payoff pitch. And he'll reach on the E4. And the errant throw will send him to second. And time on the field. And coach will come out and have a talk with his pitcher here. We'll see what they're going to do here. That's going to bring up Connor Dial, your first baseman for the Knights. And that will put number 10, your center fielder Daniel Edwards, on deck. And looks like we might have a pitch and change here. Making a couple defensive changes here. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, we're going to have a pitch and change here. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with you. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back after the pitch and change. Number 2 goes in for the Warriors. We'll reset for you 3-3, bottom of the third, nobody out. Ethan Parker at second. Connor Dial stepping into the box. Zeke toes the rubber for the Warriors. I'll give you your defensive alignment here for the Warriors here in just a moment. Ethan's gone. First pitch misses low for a ball, and he'll take the stolen base. So 1-0 to count. Knights threatening. That'll miss in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. 2-0's the count. Zeke on the mound. Nathaniel behind the plate. Ethan B at first. Aiden at second. Luke at short. Landon at third. Cole goes to the left field. Luke S in center. And Ethan P in right. Pops that one up to Luke in center field. Luke will camp out under it, make the grab. Ethan's coming home. Play at the plate. Not in time. And a sac fly. And the Knights have their first lead of the game, 4-3. And that'll bring up number 10, Daniel Edwards, with number 4, Jackson Heath, on deck. Daniel will step in from the left side, so we'll have a righty-lefty matchup here with Zeke on the mound. Pitch home. Drills that one into right field. It is gone. Home run, Daniel Edwards. Daniel makes the trot around the bases as he comes in. And the Knights have a 5-3 lead. And that's going to bring up number 4, Jackson Heath. He'll step in, one away, nobody on, 5-3 score, bottom of the third. Pitch home. And a toe tapper back to first. He comes up, throws to first, and gets the out, 2 away. That'll bring up number 5, Jonathan Williams. 2 away, bottom of the third. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch, fouls it off. 0-1's the count. Number 14, Eli Suggs, waits on deck. Jonathan steps back in. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. Ropes that one up the middle for a base hit. Pats the outstretched arms of the shortstop. And Williams is on with a single. And that'll bring up number 14, Eli Suggs, with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. And Eli steps in. Mason Brown on deck, 2 outs. Williams gets his lead at first. Zeke takes a look at him. Comes set. Steps off, throw to first. Not in time. Eli looks down the third baseline, gets a sign from coach. As he steps in, Jonathan gets his lead. Zeke comes set. Pitch home. That'll miss outside. Throw down to second. and slides in under the tag for a stolen base. So Jonathan Williams will be credited with his stolen base on today's game. Puts a GCA runner in scoring position. 1-0 the count to Suggs. The 1-0 offer. Misses in the dirt, throw down to third. And he has another stolen base. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch home, shows bunt, puts it down the first base line, but tails foul. So they'll go back and do it again. Good idea from number 14. Two balls, one strikes, two away. Jonathan Williams threatening 90 feet away. The 2-1 offer. Ropes it right back to the pitcher. They'll throw it to first and put him away. They leave one stranded. They put two across. 5-3 your score. We go to the top of the fourth. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth. Got a defensive change for you here. Number 9, Gabe will go in for Jackson Heath in right field. And Eli Suggs will go behind the plate, and that will send, I believe that's Braden. Yeah, Braden out to shortstop. Number 3 steps into the box, Luke for the Warriors. That'll miss in the dirt for a ball. 1-0's the count. Lights on here at Greenville Christian Academy. Middle and varsity girls soccer is done for the day, so we're down to our last athletic event here at school. The 1-0 from Ethan. Misses inside for a ball. 2-0's the count. 2-0. Pops it up down the first base line. That's going to tail out of play. Two balls, one strike. Luke steps back in. Pitch. Ropes it down the third baseline, opposite side, but foul. That'll even everything up, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. It's the top of the fourth, 5-3 your score. Pitch home. Chases it and puts the tag on for good measure. And one away. That's going to bring up number 15, another Ethan. So we'll have Ethan pitching against Ethan here. And with that strikeout, Parker has recorded 7 strikeouts on the evening. 1-0's the count. Righty-lefty matchup here. The Ethan to Ethan battle continues. That'll catch the lower part of the zone, even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Catches the outer part of the plate, 1-2. The 1-2 offer. Good stop by Eli behind the plate. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 offer. That breaking ball got away from him. That's going to bring the count full. Sun is setting right behind home plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, and the payoff pitch. And blows it by him for strikeout number 2. And that'll be Parker's 8th strikeout of the evening. That'll bring up number 9, Landon, for the Warriors with 2 away and nobody on. That'll miss in the dirt. 1-0's the count. 5-3 your score here in the top of the fourth with 2 away. Parker is sitting at 76 pitches thus far. 77 pitches, 41 are strikes. He's pitched 3 2/3 so far. As foul tipped that one into the mitt, got him to chase. 1-1's the count. 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts thus far in the game. 1 ball, 1 strike as that evens up the count. Pitch home. Misses low, 2-1. Foul tips that one, caught the umpire off the arm. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, deuces wild. Top of the fourth, nobody on. GCA holding a slim 2-run lead at the moment. The 2-2. 1, 2, 3, go the Warriors. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 5-3 your score. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Lead things off this half inning. Number 1, Mason Brown, followed by Alex Wood on deck. And then the top of the lineup, 5-3 your score. GCA Knights with a slim 2-run lead. Number 2, still towing the rubber for the Warriors as Mason steps in from the left side. This will be a righty-lefty matchup here. And that misses in the dirt for a ball. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. That'll hit the top of the plate. 2-0's the count. Mason's 0 for 0. Drew will walk his last at bat. Brown steps back in. Zeke looks in. The 2-0 offer. Catches the outer half for a strike. 2-1's the count. Pops that one, could be trouble. It'll drop for a base hit. And leadoff batter is on. That'll bring up the senior, number 7, Alex Wood. Alex steps in from the right side, righty-righty matchup. Mason at first. Ethan B. holding him on. That's in there for a strike down the heart of the plate. 0-1's the count. Mason with a small lead over at first as Zeke comes set. Misses the inside. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Misses high. 2-1's the count. Sells high as Alex has a hitter's count here. 3-1's the count. Alex is 0 for 1 on the day thus far. And the 3-1 offer upcoming. Throw over to first, not in time. And the 3-1. Swings through it for a strike. And that'll work to count full. Top of the lineup, number 2, Braden Friend awaits on deck. Pops it up. And he'll put it away for out number 1. So 1 away. That'll bring up number 2, Braden Friend. We flip the order, go to the top of the lineup. Number 3, the starting pitcher, Ethan Parker, awaits on deck. Braden steps into the box. That'll catch the inner half of the plate for a strike. 0-1's the count. Mason's gone on the pitch. That's a strike. Throw down to second. Not in time. So that'll put a Knight in scoring position. 0-2 to count to Friend. A little toe tapper could be trouble. And no play made. And he'll reach on the single. So 1 away, runners on the corners. That's going to bring up your starting pitcher, number 3, Ethan Parker, one of 16 Ethans playing in this game tonight so far. Back up the middle, could be trouble. He's going to come up, he's going to try to get the out at first. Did he get him? Yes, he did. Throw to third. And that's going to get away. So that's already 1 run plated. That will plate 2. So 7-3 your score, 2 away. Nobody on. That's going to bring up your first baseman, number 11, Connor Dial. Misses inside. 1-0's the count. Number 10, Daniel Edwards, awaits on deck. The 1-0. And he ropes that one deep into center. Going back, and makes the grab on the fence. Great hit by Connor Dial. And we go to the top of the 5th. They put 2 across, 7-3 your score. You're watching Knights baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the fifth. 7-3 your score. GCA Knights with a 4-run lead. Ethan Parker still towing the rubber here on senior night. Alex Wood, another senior, at third. Number 2 is going to step in from the right side. As we all get into position here. First pitch in there for a strike. Pops out of the glove of Eli. 0-1's the count. You on? You good?
I am.
All right. I think everybody's tired of listening to me talk all night by myself.
No, you're doing an excellent job.
The 0-1 offer. Toe taps it back to Ethan. Ethan's going to come up, throw to Connor, and get the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Nice play that time by Ethan Parker, fielding his position well, not rushing the play.
How'd the food go?
Food went well. Swing and a miss. First pitch to number 19 here.
How? Now I haven't been able to see how the soccer go today for middle and varsity.
Not good.
Not good.
No.
Okay. Pretty pitch.
0-1 in there on the inner half. The 0-2. Yeah, the off speed outside. The middle school was mercy ruled, and the varsity lost 7-1.
Well,
so here's what it is.
Can't win them all, right?
Nope. The 1-2.
Oh,
Swing
nice
and a
breaking
miss.
ball.
Ring him up.
0-2 away here in the top of the fifth. That is going to bring up number 21, Nathaniel, the catcher for the Warriors, as he steps in from the right side, 2 away, nobody on. I understand that if we get to that point that Alex may be pitching in relief.
I have heard they could bring in the fireman.
And that could be trouble. We shall see. Good scoop from Williams. Throw to first. 1, 2, 3 inning. Go the Warriors. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 7-3 your score. You're watching Knights Baseball here on the Two Dads Sports Network.
Welcome back into Greenville, North Carolina. Right now, going to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Your GCA Knights with a 7-3 lead over the Southside Warriors. And that's going to bring up my man who took one deep, Chris.
Yes, he did. That was a no-doubter. I called it off the bat.
It was gone the minute it was worth at least 2 hot dogs.
I don't think they found the ball yet. I've seen some people out there looking for it, but I don't think they've found it yet.
I have an interesting story about that out there, that place out there. If this game gets out of hand, I'll share it with you.
Daniel steps in from the left side, righty-lefty matchup here. And he got under that one.
Yeah, he was going for number 2. But he's still alive as the ball is dropped, but it is in foul territory. And it's a tough play for the pitcher to make. The third baseman really needs to come in and call that one off.
Yeah, that's a tough play. He almost had it.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand third baseman, he's playing, shading him to pull just a little bit, playing off the line, but still, that's the third baseman's play.
And the 0-1.
In the dirt.
That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Middle school boys won their last game of the season.
They sure did. They looked very good.
Especially from the first game that they've played. They've come a long way.
No doubt. Ooh.
Little catches the top part of the zone. 1-2's the count.
Yeah, I'm going to say it did because he said it did, but that doesn't mean I agree with it. 2-2 here. Ooh. Call strike 3.
And nobody agrees with that here, but that'll be 1 away.
Yeah, 1 down.
And so that's going to bring up number 9. I need to fix that.
This is Gabe Lagenberger.
Let me sub him in.
Who is he going in for?
Jackson Heath.
Okay.
He went in for Jackson.
So Gabe, who is a junior, steps in and fouls that one back up over and out of play. 0-1 the count.
That's pretty shot on the camera there for those of you watching at home.
Yeah.
Almost ECU purple sky as the sun sets behind us. Oh.
Ooh, that one got him in the shoulder.
He'll take it.
Yep, the Knights will take it. And that'll bring up Jonathan Williams, who had a base knock his last time up.
And 2 stolen bases.
Sure did. He's seeing it well right now. He's going to get the ball for the umpire and the catcher. Who, I guess he feels like, well, anyways.
All right, Jonathan will step in from the right side as Gabe gets his lead at first.
Gabe's got a decent lead, and he takes off. Ball's in the dirt. Gabe, if he's on his horse, he could go to 3, and he's going to try it. Here comes the throw to third, off target, and Gabe is in there. Gabe Lagenberger, first to third on a ball to the backstop. Good heads-up running, base running that time. And the ball was up the line, coming into third base, and Gabe slides in safely. So a runner in scoring position here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jonathan Williams looking for the ribby. And there's a bouncing ball to third base. It's going to bring the run in. Jonathan over to first. Ball's in the dirt. He makes it safely. He turns and goes to second on the play. And he's standing up. So a bouncer to third turns into an RBI. It was a fielder's choice with an error.
Yeah, it's a fielder's choice with an error.
And the score is now 8-3, and that's going to bring up number 14. Looks like Eli Suggs here. Eli stands in. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 5th. That one's in the dirt. Pitcher is struggling to find the strike zone right now. Williams takes his lead at second. And there is a
5-6 hole.
5-6 hole base knock.
Send him. He's
going to come home. Here comes the play at the plate. He drops the ball, and he's safe.
He almost tried. And Eli's going to third. Eli just trotted into third.
And I tell you what, I was a little concerned that Jonathan didn't
Slide there, yeah.
I think had he slid, it was it was clear safe. But because he didn't slide, he jarred the ball loose from the catcher, which allowed Eli to run the bases. And he's now standing at third, and the Knights take a 9-3 lead.
That'll bring up Mason Brown. He steps in, takes one head high for a ball. 1-0's the count. That puts the senior, number 7, Alex Wood, on deck with one away here in the bottom of the fifth.
I believe they call him the fireman. There's a
blooper. Could be trouble.
That could be trouble, and it is. And here comes Eli Suggs. He's going to score. Mason Brown takes the turn at first and trots back with an RBI single.
We
got a warning on balls and strikes. Not sure who.
I don't know. I don't know who would have.
I don't know who was.
How do you get a balls and strikes warning on a hit? I don't know. We don't.
Well, and the first pitch was a ball. The first pitch to Mason was a ball.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Well,
all right.
that brings in the third baseman, the senior, Alex Wood, who takes it inside for ball number 1. Mason Brown is at first. The Knights have 3 in here in the bottom half of the fifth. They now lead at 10-3, and there's a pop up out of play.
Just out of play.
That gets over the fence, and that's going to be even the count here now at 1 for Alex Wood. Alex is a senior. I believe his plans are to move on to East Carolina.
Yeah, I interviewed him during the middle school game. I think he's going to start out at Pitt, do his general college there, and then transfer over to ECU.
The 1-1 in there for a called strike.
He knew it too. He wanted that. He wants that pitch back.
Yeah, you can't take that one. You got to hit that one.
So 1-2's the count.
Yeah. Mason Brown takes his lead at first, and there's a throw over, and he slides back in safely. It's a good move by the pitcher. Solid. Nothing over exaggerate. But a solid move. The 1-2. Brown takes off. He's going to slide safely into second. Throw comes up a little short. And we now have another runner in scoring position. That was a ball on the inner half that Alex took. The count now 2-2. Is that correct?
Yes, 2-2.
Brown takes his lead at second. Here comes the 2-2 behind him for ball 3. And count is full. Scoreboard doesn't agree with me, but
yeah, I think they're having trouble with it connecting wirelessly out there.
Yeah, well.
Payoff pitch.
Upstairs.
And he'll take a base on balls.
You know, that looked like a similar pitch that was thrown to Daniel, even though he's left-handed, about a similar spot in the zone. That was called strike 3. I'm still a little bitter about that one, but I'll get over it. That'll bring up Braden Friend.
What the world?
What's going on here?
My
Chief?
phone reset. Hang on.
Okay.
You know, if the graphics aren't going to work here for a minute because my phone decided to reset. So,
but y'all can hear us.
Yeah.
First pitch outside. Braden Friend. We now become the Two Dad Sports Radio Network. It's a little joke.
I don't know what my phone just
That
did.
one's tapped over to third baseman. Third baseman picks it up, throws, and not in time. And the bases are loaded. Third baseman did not do a really good job that time of charging. Was going to have to charge.
That was Braden.
To get Braden at first.
So that was a single?
That was a single. He beat it out. And bases are juiced now, full of Knights. And that's,
there we go. Sorry, my phone. I don't know what my phone was doing.
That's going to bring up Parker, Ethan Parker. And he foul tips the first one back to the screen. Goes down in the count 0-1. Knights looking for pile on more here in the bottom half of the fifth. They have a 10-3 lead. One away. This potentially could be a huge inning for the Knights. And that hits him. And Ethan trots down the first, and here comes Mason Brown to come across the stripe, and he's going to score.
That's going to bring up Connor Dial. Connor
hit one.
Ripped
nice.
one.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he was.
Center fielder made a nice play.
He did.
And but if Connor does that this time, it's going to be an RBI for sure because there's only one down. But wait a minute, there's a rip over the head of the shortstop. In comes one. Braden Friend makes the turn at third. Here he comes. Ball gets away from the second baseman, and Ethan Parker is safe at third. Connor Dial stands on second with a 2 RBI base knock, and he advances.
And that's your ball game, 10-run rule.
That is the ball game. Well, maybe I should have come over earlier.
I wanted to see Alex pitch tonight.
Yeah, I think we all did. I think everybody paid in attendance wanted to see the firemen come in to shut it down, but that's not going to be the case tonight. Connor Dial with a nice rip over the shortstop. Players going to shake hands here. 13-3. The Knights with the victory. I'm going to go back to serving hot dogs.
All right, so with that, senior nights, the GCA Knights, 10-run rule Southside, 13-3 in 5. That'll finish your regular season ball games here for GCA. They will have playoffs starting Friday. We should be live here from Greenville. Be sure to subscribe. Check out the post for upcoming games. And for all the Knights and for Southside, I'm Coach Chris. Glad to have had you along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Good night, everybody.